Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2017, and we're into the next round of the Europa League, of course. We're up against Feyenoord today. This is the second knockout round, and this should be a good indicator of how far we've actually come. Feyenoord is not going to be easy, although I do fancy us to beat them still. The league, once again, has been put on the back burner for now. I'm going to look again to do 3 games in one episode. As you can see, they're all on television. We have the 2 games here in the Europa League, and then the West Ham 6th round. I think that's the quarter final in the FA Cup. It's going to be tricky, that one, but as we all know, West Ham versus Tottenham is a bit of a feisty affair. So we're going to get straight into this one here. In fact, I'm going to just double check my tactics, make sure everyone's looking good. In fact, I'm going to make one last minute change here. Sam is going to come in place of Son. And Kevin Wimmer. The problem is Kevin Wimmer is constantly going on about how he wants more first team football, but his match fitness is not great. So I'm not too sure at the moment. I'm going to risk it though. I still fancy us, to really smash them at Wembley, I should say. It's not White Hart Lane, of course. We don't play there for whatever. I think it's due to the construction work. Would I be correct in saying that? Let's get on then. So yeah, this one, as I say, it's a good indicator because Feyenoord are a good team without being a particularly great team, but if we are to take this competition seriously, then we really do need to be beating these types of teams, and quite handsomely as well, in all honesty. But I wouldn't be too disappointed with a draw here, because this is, as I say, it's a fairly tricky tie, and we're probably going to be under quite a bit of pressure here. And I've got some good players, as I say, Feyenoord. So here we go, straight away, good save by Hugo Lloris. So I'm going to start off not overly defensive, just sticking to what we know so far. The match fitness for a few players is a little bit down, but I don't think it should really make all that much of a difference. Obviously, it's not an ideal situation. However, it should still be way more, it should be way too much for Feyenoord, you would think, anyway, when these players hit sort of top gear. Here's Icardi, and sort of my point right there. Once they hit top gear, then they should be fine, but Icardi blazes it over. Well, here we go now. The chances are starting to come. Here's Eric Dyer. He's got a chance here. Sidney Sam and Vermeer pushes it out nearly to Eric Lamela. And it remains 0-0. But we are, as I say, having some good chances here. Now, wouldn't it be ironic if Kevin Wimmer scored? Then again, actually, I'd like to know that. Scientific experiment. Has a defender, whoever, you've promised a defender to give them more games and so on, have they actually increased their sort of scoring ratio? I'd like to know that. I've never really noticed them, and I've been, as I say, playing this game for a long time on YouTube now, and occasionally, you will have centre-backs or wing-backs that will have ridiculous scoring streaks. For a centre-back, scoring 3 in a row is the equivalent of scoring like 20 in a row, for a centre-forward. And I've never really noticed it. So if it's happened to you, let me know, because I think that's an interesting thought. So, as you can see, it does feel a bit slow, the game. I don't know what it is. I don't mean like the game is in, in the background. I mean, in terms of how it's going on. I don't know if it's the highlight speed or something, but let's see. What can we say here? Let's just say you're performing well. That worked. That seemed to work. We could be in the lead if things had gone our way. But as I say, I think an away goal here would do absolute wonders. I'd still be happy with the draw. Well, not happy, but I'd be content with the draw, shall we say. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It's the highlight speeds. Yeah, the highlight speed's fine. I think that's too quick now. The problem is, and you'll know this if you've ever played on a different highlight speed, if you bump it up suddenly, everything feels about 50 times faster than it usually should, and it takes like 3 games for you to get used to it. Dirk Kuyt playing, of course. I can't believe Dirk Kuyt is still actually playing. He must be, is he 36, 37 now? I mean, he looked old when he was playing for Liverpool 10 years ago. Never mind now. Is Elia, who for some reason I'm positive I have signed on a previous Football Manager. I don't. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Toby Alderweireld, what are you doing? Just fanning around with the ball down here, and 1-0. Well, I'm gonna have to take Mario Icardi off. He's having a shocker. I'm going to bring on Harry Kane because he is not doing anything. He's already missed one glaring chance. It's absolutely not even close either. He stuck it way over. And Kane has been a very, very dependable deputy to Icardi this season. Yes, okay, he's not been the main man. But, oh my god, look at this free header. It's got to be cleared. And Dirk Kuyt, look at that, doing the defending there. That is bizarre. He must be playing in a very strange position. He is a bit of a jack of all trades, to be honest with you. I could totally see him playing at like left back or something. Yeah, we just sort of look off the pace. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I've gone into this game expecting that, and it's sort of playing on my mind. But yeah, we totally look way out at the moment. Look at this. Even the passing there is a bit. Look at Lamella. What are they doing? They're putting themselves under pressure, and this is just awful. This is by far the worst performance in a long time we've given. And the chance is still coming here for Feyenoord. This is relentless. Oh, risky from Walker. He's on a yellow card, but now he's found Harry Kane, who's all up on his own. He's going to have to go some here. Yeah, wow, we look completely clueless at the moment. Right, well, I'm going to have to change a few things. I'm going to have to go a bit more fluid, I think. Let's move up controls. Well, we need to get another... Look at Wanyama. And even that was a strange, risky pass. It's paid off. There's a chance. Harry Kane now. It's found its way to Sydney Sam. Pull it across. Lamella. Lovely goal. That was a long highlight. That was a very long highlight. But it's 1-1. We have the away goal. And I say keep pushing. Let's go for it. I don't know why Harry Kane is 6.6. That was a nice pass. That's a bit harsh. But as I say, 1-1 is not bad here. Fancy us really to come home and win. Let's see. So if we can make one more change. I'm going to take off Victor Wanyama. We're going to bring on Moussa Dembele, and I'm also going to take off Ali for Eriksen, just because of the yellow card situation. As you can see, 3 yellow cards. It's not the end of the world if, well, it's not good, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if Walker got sent off. It would be a bit shit if some of those got sent off in midfield. So here we are again. Feyenoord coming forward. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just feels slow. Oh, Kyle Walker, what are you doing, son? Why would you do that? He's on a yellow card. I mean, he's on a friggin' yellow card. I've just pointed it out. Oh, you fool. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot, Walker. What can I just see his stats a minute? I'm sorry, but this is ludicrous. Concentration's 13. His composure's 13. It's not the best in the world, but you'd surely expect them to have a little bit of common sense and go, oh, I'm on a yellow card. There's 5 minutes to go. We have a draw at the moment with an away goal. We're doing all right. I probably shouldn't take this player out. Right. Okay, I'm going to have to take off one of the new... I'm going to have to take Dyer off for Ben Davis. I can't make any subs. Shit. Right, well, Dyer's going to have to play there. And Dembele will drop back. We're going to have one man in midfield. In fact, I'm going to have to drop back these guys as well, unfortunately. And we're going to go counter for the last 5 minutes. Let's just try and see this one out here. Just hope to God that Lloris saves the penalty. Because if he doesn't, then I'm going to have to change tactics. In fact, you know what? No, I'm going to stick with it either way. Dirk Kuyt. Oh, Lloris has saved it. I don't believe it. And he looked to be diving the wrong way as well. Dirk Kuyt, well, he never, ever misses penalties. Ever. I think he maybe missed... In fact, I don't think he missed at all at Liverpool. He was very dependable from the spot. But there, Hugo Lloris, once again, the hero. And, well, there's 20 seconds here. As long as we don't give them one last chance. I think we haven't. That should be it. Sure, just keep possession. I said keep possession, Christian Eriksen. So you give the ball away twice in a matter of seconds, but it doesn't matter. Well, I think we got away with that there. I am very happy with the draw all of a sudden. I'm going to say I'm happy with what I saw. Oh, no, they're quite happy with that. Yeah, that works for me. Cool. So let's have a look at some of the... Leicester City might actually be making this here. This is ridiculous. Leicester is still going. Obviously, you'd expect Man U to be up there. And Monaco smashing Porto in the Champions League final rerun. Walker, I'm sorry, I'm not going to fine him. I'm going to issue him a warning because that is ludicrous. What a stupid thing to do. Right, so 1-1. We're going to take a break from the Europa League for a moment because in a moment I'm going to now, fast forward, go to next weekend, or the upcoming weekend I should say, and we're going to play the FA Cup 6th round game against West Ham. And here we are back at the match screen for the FA Cup game against West Ham United. And here we go. We've got the other game here, which is Newcastle Coventry. I still can't believe the weaknesses in this FA Cup draw. It's ridiculous. We are by far the strongest team going now. They're playing pretty much a full-strength team here. Zaza, who is so much better on this game than he is in real life. I personally think he is absolutely pants and rubbish and just awful. But yeah, that's their team. That's Mikel Antonio playing at right back. I'm not quite sure if that's correct or not, but whatever. Our team, well, Kyle Walker's going to be playing because he is suspended for the second leg of the Europa League game. Subotic, Wimmer, Davis, Dele Alli playing in a roaming playmaker role in the defensive role. This was his best, most suitable role in this position, so I thought go for it. Dembele, Winks, Sissoko, Son, and Icardi, who had a shocker last game. Let's hope he can change his look around. So here we go. Now, I've talked about potentially doing a quadruple. Now we've got the League Cup, the EFL Cup, whatever you want to call it, in the bag. The league is still there. We could still win it. We might not. We could. Oh my God! What a goal! I'm sorry, if you're playing the game and if you're watching this in the background, tab out and rewind, because that is astonishing. That was Barcelona and Arsenal and the 1970s Brazil all wrapped up in one. Oh my word, what a goal. And here we go again, it's Moussa Sissoko, just wide. 10 minutes in and it could have been 2-0. Goodness me. We've got another chance here. Ben Davis, who has become a bit of a... Well, I don't know. His set piece taken has absolutely amazed me this season. I couldn't even spit it out there because it was taking me aback so much. Darren Randolph in goal here for West Ham, who I really like. He's too good for me to be a backup to Adrian, who's a good goalkeeper, by the way. Adrian as well. West Ham really do have two good goalkeepers. Not to say he should be in a top 4 or top 6 team or anything, but certainly he's not shouldn't be a backup. Here's Moussa Sissoko. He's given it to Son, who has not... How? Okay, how's he not scored there? Okay, Randolph with a good save, and he backed my point up a little bit there. But he really should be scoring. And this should be game over. Now, it's interesting how I've been playing Ali in a more advanced role for most of the season, and now I pull him back slightly into a defensive role, and he's doing really, really well. And there's Zaza. That's what I get for slagging him off. 16 goals this season. Do you see what I mean? I'm sure this has happened in your FM as well, if you have it. Well, I'm taken aback by how good he is. Now, Icardi, again, is a bit useless at the moment, and it's quite frustrating. I mean, he's all right on the ball, but his rating is not good enough. Now, Sissoko, got to be a good cross. And again, shocking finishing. Moussa Dembele arriving this time. And it's not good. I'm going to have to have a chat with him here. I'm not happy with your performance. Right, let's fire him up. Let's see what he can do. I really would rather this not go to a replay, if I'm going to be honest with you. In fact, I'd rather go out than have a replay. Walker, well, he's smashed that downfield. Got a chance here. Dembele lifts it up at the top, over the top to Icardi. Oh, okay. Just end the highlight then. Brilliant, thanks. Son is another one. He's disappointing lately. Winks with an interesting ball. And Mauro Icardi, once again, he was 3 yards out at most. And he smacked it. He's 6.2. He's looking motivated. I'm going to give him another 5 minutes, but he is really... I'm losing my patience with him now. That's 2 games where he has wasted gilt-edged chances. In fact, and Dele Alli just hands the ball to Lanzini on a plate. What is he doing? And Hugo Lloris has just saved his arse. Big time there. What was Dele Alli doing? And it's a corner, which we've dealt with. Dembele, now Son. Chance here to counter. Go, 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 Son. He's slowing down a little bit and just runs straight into Mikel Antonio. Not quite sure what he wanted to do there. And I'm now getting very, I'm gonna have to take him off. Icardi's coming off. Kane is on. I'm probably going to take Son off in the next 5 to 10 minutes if he doesn't buckle up. In fact, there's the 5 minutes. That's it. I've had enough of him. Let's bring on Marcus Edwards, because why not try something else? Because he's done naff all as Son Heung-min. He had a few good games, not as good as his run in real life, of course, at the start of the season. Ah, come on. I'd rather go attacking. I really would rather just go for this now. Point defense. Let's just go for it. And if we lose trying, to score, I'm not going to be disappointed. Well, I'll be disappointed, but I'll be not as annoyed. Well, okay. Oh, okay. Straight to extra time. Have we removed legs from the FA Cup? Is that a new thing? Okay. That has taken me completely by surprise. Okay, let's just pull that one back slightly. Let's not get silly here, but I'm going to keep these things on. This is not ideal with the European tie coming up in midweek. One that, is still very much in the balance as well. I didn't even know there was added time. Can someone just clarify? I'll probably have found this out after this game. I'll go and look it up. But have we got rid of legs, two-legged rounds now in the FA Cup or later in the round or something? I'm not quite sure. I haven't heard anything. Because I know a lot of managers last year were getting very annoyed and frustrated with the second legs. Certainly Liverpool were very annoyed. I know Klopp was quite astonished by it because, we had this mad Christmas period and then we could potentially be playing an FA Cup game and then another FA Cup game, a replay a few days later, and there'd just be more fixtures on top of fixtures on top of fixtures, and, it was just mayhem. Right, it's half-time and extra time. They hit the post. I'm going to make... I think I've got changes left. I've got one left. I'm going to take Harry Winks off for Eric Dyer. I'm going... yeah, let's... don't know what happened there. Let's try that one again. Let's swap him for Dembele. And we'll confirm that. That's it. Okay, that's going to go through. Right, we could be going to penalties here. This video is already going to be miles long. God knows how long it will actually turn out to be. Oh, and Ben Davies just gives away a needless free kick. And this is how West Ham beat Liverpool last year. But safely in the hands of Lloris there for a header from Collins. Got 15 minutes to find the winner. We really should have already... This game really should be home and hosed, to be honest with you. But Tottenham just all of a sudden look like they're giving up here. Cresswell just nicks it off to Sissoko. So easily. And look at all the highlights now. It's all for West Ham, but we've got maybe possibly one here. Yeah, again, just giving the ball away. Thankfully, so did they. Wimmer, come on, pass the ball. What are you doing? Hate it when they do that. You can just sense it coming a mile away, can't you? They just sort of run aimlessly with the ball. It's like, okay, I'm going to run until the player takes it off me. That's what happens there. And Dembele with a messy pass. And he's just about got that one through to Dele Alli. This is really scrappy now and horrible. Kane, maybe here, chance, bit of improvisation. Edwards, let's find his way through to Kane. Sissoko, it's a terrible finish. He didn't even get the one on target. It came back across goal. And look at the chances. 23 shots we've had. Right, let's go for it again. I'm going for this one again. Because this is... No, screw it. It's going to be penalties. Yep. Oh boy. Penalties it is. Right, I'm going to put Marcus Edwards down here because I really don't want him anywhere near penalties. Where's Moussa Dembele? Yeah, alright, we'll take that. We've got Kane, Dembele, Ali, Sissoko, and Dyer for the first 5 then. Right, we're just going to... We will put this then into... Let's try... What's behind the goal low, I think is a good one, isn't it? We'll also pull the highlights back down a bit. Now, this is a new thing for me on FM17. One, penalty shootout, because I've heard very mixed things about penalties in this one, to be honest with you, because... right, here we go. Mark Noble, first up for West Ham. Here we go. Replacing the FA Cup semi-final. It's a great save by Hugo Lloris. Now we've got the chance here. It's going to be Harry Kane, I think it was. We had first up. Here we go. West Ham captain has missed. What can Harry Kane do? He puts it away. And I don't know what happened to Randolph there. He sort of just fell over. Right, second penalty for West Ham coming up. It's James Collins, of all people. Okay, that's a surprise. And Hugo Lloris with an easy save. Again, it's a terrible penalty from Collins. And we've got a chance here. Harry Kane is still making his way back. I don't know if you saw that. Right, Moussa Dembele to put us 2-0 up in the shootout. And he does. I tell you what, the goalkeeper animations, to the game's credit, is actually quite good. For the most part, I think. That is 2-0. Now, Winston Reid. He's under all sorts of pressure. Oh, and he just gets it past Lloris. It was a dive there. Just didn't make it. Commentator going a bit over the top there, to be honest, I thought. But Dele Alli really shore up our position. It's an absolutely fucking awful penalty. What is he doing? Yeah, I think he side-footed that as well. Shocking. Right, Dimitri Payet. He won't miss. Of course he doesn't. He's Dimitri Payet. And he has. You see, it's the anti-jinx. It's fantastic. I use it all the time. Right, Moussa Sissoko. Chance to make himself a hero. That will never happen in real life. And it's gone in. I thought Randolph had saved it, but he hadn't. The camera is playing tricks on me. We've gone through on a shootout. West Ham's penalty taking was god-awful, let's be honest here. I think they lost rather than we won. Let's have a look at some of the other results out of the Premier League. Leicester have beaten Man United. Now, that's good. Although I thought it would be quite funny if Leicester were relegated. That would be very funny. So we're going to have a look now and see. And Hull also relying on penalties there. So we'll have a look now. Who are the final four in the FA Cup? So we'll ignore the social feed. Right. So Hull, Newcastle, Sheffield, Wednesday, and Tottenham. I will take any of these. I'd prefer. No, I'm not even going to say anything. Tottenham versus Sheffield Wednesday. I'm happy with that. Okay. And Newcastle, a bit of a derby there, a North East derby, take on Hull. So that is. Oh, thank God! I thought it was going to be sandwiched in between this horrible run of games: Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal. That may be the next. I mean, these three commentaries are quite fun to do. So you know what? I think we'll do these next three live. We'll have this game against Feyenoord next, and then we'll have these three because they will be crunch games. They are absolutely huge, and then we'll have maybe the FA Cup semi-final as well after that. So, yeah, we're gonna fast forward now and go to Thursday. Excuse me, go to Thursday for the second leg of the Europa League game. Okay, here we go into the next leg against Feyenoord. So this is the team. We have Lloris, Trippier, Alderweireld, Wimmer, Vertonghen, Ali again playing in that roaming playmaker role with Eriksen and Wanyama, Son, Lamela and Kane. Not Icardi. He is starting to, as you can see, his last three games have been very poor. That one there is 6.4. I think that's a 6.3. And that one's a 6.2. So you get the idea. He has been very much out of form. But now we're at home, and I really do fancy us here to win. There's plenty going on now. I'm probably going to have to reset the old match engine here. But yeah, Dirk Kuyt now playing up front. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure he was playing it right back in the first game. And the team talk from the manager, doing a very good job there. Or from the assistant manager, I should say. Right, here we go then. Incidentally, if you are wondering, if you are new to the channel or whatever and wonder why I play in 2D Classic, one, it's because I always like to repeat this because, you know, various people always ask, and apologies if you know already, but one, it's because I prefer 2D Classic. Personally, I've always played in 2D Classic, you know, going all the way back to the early Championship managers, you know, 0102, you know, in fact, even 0102 didn't have a match engine, it had text. So, you know, Championship Manager 4, I think, had text. And Dele Alli, Son Heung-min, there we go. 20 minutes gone, and that fires us in the league. 10 goals for the season. Maybe I was a bit too critical of Son. I think 10 is a pretty decent return, especially this far into the season. I think we're into February, March time. So, yeah, I think that's good. Give the lad credit. Anyway, yeah, 2D match engine. Yeah, as I say, I prefer it. I've always used it since it's been available. 2, it looks better on the video, in my opinion. 3D doesn't look that great on YouTube because of the various sort of things that YouTube do to, you know, lower the quality. Not lower the quality per se. Oh, it's broken for Harry Kane. It's 2-0. Poacher, perfect for Harry Kane there. 15th goal of the season. He's catching up to Icardi. Not bad for two strikers who both have never actually played up front together, I don't think. Certainly up front. They may have played in the same team. But they certainly haven't. It's been one or the other. And they both got 15 goals at least. I think Icardi has like 20 now. So yeah, I told you. They're just at home. The home advantage is just a bit too heavy for Feyenoord, I think. We've really gave them a beating today so far, although still plenty of time left to change things. Here is Ilya, and that's a really nice tackle by Trippier. Yeah, they just can't get any momentum going, and here goes Lamela. Look at this. Oh, charging through the Feyenoord defence. It's Eric Lamela. Oh, there's your goal of the season if that goes in. Goodness me. Very, very close. Right, well, I'm actually going to take Harry Kane. I never thought I'd do this, but I'm going to take Harry Kane off and Mario Cardi on. Not a bad substitution to bring on, is it? It's not bad at all. So we've got half an hour here. The game, provided they don't score one, should be over. Now, Ericsson, that is game over. It's a lovely free kick from Christian Eriksen. I think he scored 5 of them now. That is a stunner. And yes, game, set and match, very much so for Tottenham Hotspur now. We're going through to the next round of the Europa League. And at the moment, who is going to stop us? The kitchen has been booked there for Feyenoord. And any second now, the referee is going to blow his whistle. And that is Feyenoord out and Tottenham Hotspur through. Icardi has done nothing, but it doesn't really matter. Shoot Ericsson. Okay, there we go. Wembley. Well, in real life, Wembley has been a big issue for Tottenham playing there, but ultimately, it's been great for us. We've had some really good results. So let's have a look then at the other Europa League winners. So Leicester go through just against Fenerbahce there. And Lyon have beaten Fiorentina. Schalke have beaten Nice. Balotelli scoring. How is Balotelli getting on? Let's see. Do we have a thing there? He's got 16 in 38 appearances. You'd be happy with that. It'd be nice. Porto have come back to beat Monaco. Man United go through against PSV. Inter have beaten Celta Vigo, and Zenit knock out Mönchengladbach. So we'll have a look now at the draw. Son is on international duty. That's not good. And Wanyama's out of the next game in Europe. That is also not good. Let's have a look then. Let's see. We could get Leicester. So let's see. You've got Schalke, Inter, Leicester, Man United, Lyon, Porto, Zenit, and Spurs. Let's see then. Can we get one of the English teams maybe? Lyon versus Schalke. It's Leicester versus... Oh! Imagine if this happened in the Europa League in real life. This would be an amazing game. Leicester versus Manchester United. Zenit versus Porto. And that leaves us for the very tasty tie of Tottenham Hotspur versus Inter, as they are very proudly said here, you know, in all capital letters, shouting through the medium of text there, I think, Inter Milan. I'm not quite sure why they called that. Maybe they requested it for the game. I don't know. They are getting on in Serie A. They are third. They are way behind Juve, as you'd pretty much expect. But they are still way behind AC Milan as well. So, yeah, got some really tasty fixtures there then. So how does that slot in? That, in fact, it is in between the horrible run. It's smack bang in the middle as well. Oh, just the worst possible placement. So this horrible run, as I say, it starts with Liverpool. You could even say it starts with Man U because we should beat Burnley. But no, it's Liverpool, Inter, Arsenal, Inter, Sheffield Wednesday, Chelsea. Now, I'm not going to do all of them live because that will just be a ridiculous video. Maybe we'll do 3 live. And then we'll do the other 3 live in a next video. If you guys want that, let me know, because these seem to be fairly popular, and I know people prefer the longer videos as well, generally. So yeah, we'll see how that one goes. So if you want that, or I should say, if you want to see a Liverpool Inter Arsenal video, let me know. And then the second video we'll do Inter again, Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup semi-final, and then a Chelsea game. Let me know. That should be good. I've just repeated myself there. I don't know why I did that. I just wanted to stress it. Just, write in the comment section and say, please, let's do this. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to play a few games. I'm going to play the Middlesbrough game, the Man United game, the Burnley game off camera. And then we'll come back and see what's going on. Because we've neglected the Premier League a little bit. I think we haven't had too much go on, ultimately, over the last few days and weeks. But we're 2 games in hand behind Arsenal. We're 9 points behind them, though. So that game now really is massively important. Hugely important. So we cannot falter anymore. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Nice long one. Please give it a like if you did. And I will see you next time for more Football Manager action. Till then, bye-bye.